Sports, created by Anthony Marvin, starring Kara, Nicholas, Anthony. Anthony as David, Kara as Jane, and Nick as Gary. The scene: a sports booth. Think an ESPN round table. Jan sits in the middle with David and Gary on either side. Take me out to the ball game plays, then fades out.
And with that, we head into halftime. We'll be right back with the mid-game analysis right after these messages.
The sportscasters assume more natural poses.
Without a doubt, Jan, you are a bitch.
I'm sure it would take one to know one.
It looks like we're going to see a serious match today.
Yes, today we're gonna see if Jan can run a goal in and set a record at being a bitch. And we're back.
The casters assume their professional poses.
David, Jan, we've just seen the Boston Couriers make some serious moves against the Oklahoma Eggplants. Thoughts?
Well, Gary, the Eggplants are sportsing hard, but the Couriers are sportsing better and harder. What we really know, Gary, is that you're very bitter about our divorce.
I'm inclined to agree. And I'd like to see what Coach Gary is planning moving forward. He can't seem to shake these massive burns and has resorted to name-calling.
I wouldn't have to name-call if you wouldn't rub it in my face, Jan.
I wouldn't be setting records then, would I?
Let's do a post-game analysis of our marriage. Cheating, lies, and general dirty tactics resulted in a subpar third quarter going into the fourth. Then, 10 seconds before the end of the game, you decided that it wasn't worth working through and called it quits.
Maybe, just maybe, if you were more considerate a person, the season would have gone better.
Whoa, guys! Let's get back to the game at hand. The Couriers...
Maybe if you'd been more considerate of my needs, we would be in a better place.
Considerate. Everything I ever did was for you. What about me? You only cared about your career, a career that you are 0-1 in.
No. I'm sure that Gary is at least mediocre at sports commentary. He's definitely a second-string commentator, maybe even a starting defensive commentator.
Definitely defensive.
You never loved me.
I'm sure Jan loved you somewhat. A little? A tiny bit? Well, we'll do a more thorough analysis later. Back to the game. The Couriers were...
You love David?
And now there are one too many players on the court. I'll be removing myself now.
No, this ref is throwing in a yellow card. You are not leaving until we sort this out.
Gary turns to address the cameras, the audience.
And now, a word from our sponsors. David, you're horrid.
Whatever, buddy. I'm not being bitter.
I am not bitter!
You are.
You make me sick.
Just because you think that you were wrong doesn't mean you should take it out on me.
I am not taking it out on you.
Then what are you doing?
I'm making a play. A Hail Mary. The 50-yard kick. I want you back.
You can't have me back. I've traded you for a new player.
Who?
Jan looks at David. A beat.
It doesn't matter.
Who?
It doesn't matter. Stop.
Well then, I guess we'll play hardball. Batter up.
Take a swing.
Jan, I miss you. You were the best thing that happened to me. Take me back.
No.
Cunt!
Technical foul. You see, this is what you do. You try to act all sweet, and when you don't get your way, you blow up.
I blow up. Way to make it all about me. I'm not the bad guy here, especially when you're so busy being with David.
David is a first-string pick.
I knew it!
Wait a minute. You can't go and do that. You can't make me the center issue. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Too late, David. You're playing this game.
No, I'm not playing. This is a problem between the two of you. I'm out.
You can't leave. We have a sportscast.
Sportscast! We've been in the middle of the sportscast, piddling away the mid-game report with your terrible love lives.
Hey! I take offense.
David, watch yourself.
Yeah, David, watch yourself.
Both of you, quit it.
Hey!
You can't tell us to quit it.
Yeah!
Stop that.
No.
You see, in the game, there are two very different kinds of players. There are ball carriers and ball stealers. You are not a ball carrier.
I resent that.
You resent everything.
I resent that.
Okay?
Okay? What do you mean okay?
I'm okay with that. David, are we still going to dinner after this?
Hey! You can't use me as leverage.
Yeah!
Stop that. The point I'm trying to make, Jan, is that I can make more goals and score more points than Gary. But I can't do that if you use me as leverage to make Gary bitter and angry. We have a duty to America to introduce them to the intricacies of the sport. The points, the wickets, the horses.
What horses? They fielded a horse.
Weren't you watching the game? They fielded a horse?
Don't be silly, honey. The Couriers haven't fielded a horse in a decade. They're all asses.
Don't call her honey!
Oh, she is done with you!
So, don't call my ex-wife honey. I'll kick a ball at your head.
Oh, I'd like to see you try. You lose that match.
America, look at this man. Now look at me. Can't you see that Jan has made a horrific draft pick?
They can't respond.
Let's bring up the stats. I'm nicer, sweeter, more fun to be around.
Jan and David leave.
Let's get dinner. He'll be here a while.
Let's.
I'm the star player of the team. I went to school for this, and most of all, I'm lonely. Jan, I need you. Jan, you were the light of my life. You made every playoff, every championship special. You made me happy. Every moment I spent with you was special. I loved you. Still do.
Jan and David re-enter.
We forgot our coats.
Jan and David grab their coats and leave.
Bitch.
Lights out. End of play.